Hello and welcome back to Astro Colony, a game about creating a factory and colony in space and visiting planets to harvest their resources. We have left off last episode bringing a colonist on board with us and trying to get some science up and running, and I was debating to myself whether or not he needed oxygen. It looks like he's not doing so well, so he definitely needs oxygen. He's kind of collapsed on the floor here. Luckily they don't kill him, so I guess that's good. So let's put down an oxygen generator over here, just temporarily. Put that there, we'll power it. And we'll just throw ice in it manually for now. So that'll make oxygen, and then we need to put it down a oxygen barrier. That needs power as well. Alright, so that's all powered up. It looks like it's working. I don't know why it's red. Maybe it takes some time to... He's still down here. Barrier needs oxygen generator active with oxygen tanks to be filled with oxygen. So does this have oxygen tanks in it? It does not. Why not? Oh, it needs water, not ice. Okay, well, we put it right next to the water, so let's move it down one. There he goes. He's coming back to it. Sorry about that, sir. So he should start on our science now. He's probably going to go eat because he's been out of oxygen for a while. So he will get to the work on his science now, and then we will get the solar panels up and running. We're going to need some gold for that, so we might as well set up some docking stations on this. Alright, we're all hooked up over here. Let's grab the scanner, find some gold. Gold down there, it looks like. Wasn't too deep. Right now that we're hooked up on that side, let's go ahead and start moving towards the next planet. This is got some iron on it, which is what we're after. So we're going to head up this way. This is Igma. It's 5 light years away. So we'll just set this to go up. Turn that on. We're a little bit below efficiency right now, but we'll have solar panels up and running pretty soon. We can check the tech tree. We have 21, so we need 20 for the solar energy, so let's grab that. That allows us to build solar panels now. We need gold wire for that, looks like. Let's check the power. Yes, we need gold wire. So gold wire is made in a manufacturer. So let's put one of those down. Let's put it here for now. We have a lot of temporary stuff here. So we will have to put gold bars into here to make plates. So do we have any gold bars in here? We have 43. So we'll make some gold wire and get some solar panels up and running, because right now our efficiency is 65%, so not good. Okay, I think we're going to build a small platform above this one to put our solar panels on so that they're out of the way. I think we'll just grab a copy of this. Grab that over here and just drag it over here for now. We don't have a whole lot of material to work with right now. But that should get us enough to get some solar panels up and running. We'll get some wire run down the side of this, connecting the two up together, and then we'll put some solar panels down. Our efficiency right now is 58%. We're going to come up here. We have the wire attached here. We can just grab the solar panels, rotate them so that they are facing that way. Need some wire. Okay, so those are all hooked up. Looks like they produce only one per panel, but it's free electricity, so I guess we can't complain. We are now at 100%, so that's awesome. Next thing we want to get hooked up is the robot miner. So let's unlock the mining. That'll get us some robot miners going. We have to see what they require to be built. That needs some copper plates and some rods. We have that, and then we need a robot assembler. So let's put a robot assembler somewhere. We'll just throw it over here for now. This is a robot assembler. I believe this makes mining robots. Whoa, it's big. So let's check out the recipe list on this. It makes miners. It needs hydrogen tanks and rods. So we'll make, I don't know, 16 robots. And we have to hook up a, we'll just put a miner station out here for now. What we're going to do is just harvest the resources off this planet and then get rid of it so it's out of the way. There's not that much on it. There's just a bunch of copper and some carbon and a little bit of uranium. Alright, this needs some hydrogen tanks and some rods. Let's grab some rods here. Grab 24 of them. Put those over there. We'll put all the hydrogen over there. That'll start making robots. We need to hook this up to power. Alright, so that should make some robots. It is making a robot. Let's see what pop out one here. Hopefully they don't fall off. There we go. So it's going over to the miner that I built over here. So here it comes now. And it's just going to sit there and wait because one, we don't have power supplied to this yet. So let's tell it to go get carbon. And we got to turn the power on to it. Let's turn on 10 power. 11 is fine. So they should go find some carbon, which is right there. I'm just going to put it in here. I guess I don't know how much this can hold. It's getting dirt first, but it's got to get to the carbon. And then we'll conveyor belt it onto these things, and then we'll just, for now, we're just going to empty this planetoid. So I think we'll just put a storage container here. And then we will set this base up over here. We'll build a big platform over here and start a proper manufacturing line. I added an extra 2 automated catchers to get some extra iron going, because we're going to need a whole bunch of iron for these floors. But it has backed up this line, so I don't know, we'll just let that go. We'll figure that out eventually. We'll just manually collect it if we have to. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put in a big storage over here, and we're not going to sort it coming off the planet. We're just going to pump everything in, no matter what it is, into the storage, and basically sort it and filter it out from there. So let's grab a docking station. This is going to be our factory going out this way. We're just going to leave this stuff set up for now so that we can have some, so we have the stuff, the equipment we need to manufacture the stuff we need to build. Alright, so let's copy this. Let's just set it, I guess, here for now. Then we're going to bring it into a big storage container. So let's see if we have the materials for that. we'll use the base warehouse here. This is nice because anything you store in it you can use for building. So let's just put this, I guess, right there. Alright, so this warehouse is going to have everything in it. So let's grab a conveyor belt and just start filtering stuff out. Let's pull this over to here. And you can change these inputs and outputs on this stuff. So you can, if you click this box here, it changes these to extra outs and only one in. Or you can change it like this and it puts 2 outs in, or 2 ins and 1 out. So nice little feature there. But we'll put that there, and then we will put like a filter on it. The blocker. Filter. I think a filter is good. Does this have a direction? Does not. Let's put a filter on that, and let's put it in so that we only take out copper, iron, and gold. I think that'll work for now. So I'll send copper and iron and gold to this. The rest of it will stay in here. And then we will come around this side and do like a thing out down here. Put another filter on it. And this will be the iron line. So we will do just iron out down here. And we'll just continue this down. So this one will come over here. That's an in. Yeah, I don't know. We'll play around with this, but we'll get like another one coming out here. And this will just be another filter. And this time it'll only let through copper and gold because the iron will be coming down this way. And this is how we'll filter it out. So we got this set up. I'll clean up the conveyor belt lines if this ends up working out. But for now I just want to get it going so we can see if it works. But we basically have iron coming out here, copper coming out here, and gold coming out here. So it's being filtered through all these, and this is, now we just have a single resource coming out. So next up we'll put some smelters in. It doesn't say how fast these belts are, so I think I'm just going to start with maybe 2 smelters per line. So we'll put something in like this. We'll get these belts situated and we'll get some smelters going and get the, we're going to have to do a smelter, and then we're going to have to do this machine here. This one here, which is a constructor to make plates, and then another one to make wire. Here's what I got. I laid out the iron line just to see how it goes. I put these as a central storage. We could put one in each row of columns, so I'm going to have a row for iron, a row for copper, a row for gold, and who knows what else, maybe aluminum. But like, I like the idea of having a central one. It gives me more space to put some logistics in, and it looks a little less crowded, and gives me room to move some belts around if I need to. So we're going to try that for now. But this is basically hooked up to a decider. This inventory senses how many iron bars are in here, and it turns this pusher on down here if it goes below the limit. The problem with this is going to be like, I have this set to 5 right now just to test it out, but like it's going to pull in a couple hundred iron ore into this before it makes 5. But the point is it'll shut it off eventually. Like, it's not going to keep it at my limit of 5, but it will stop making eventually. So that's the point, just so it doesn't make it forever. That way we don't burn through all of the material. So this makes bars, and then it comes down here. Same thing here, this sensor senses how many plates are in here. If there's less than 5 plates, it turns this pusher on, which again makes plates in here until this is 5, and then it'll shut the flow off here. And then it comes down here to make wire. And this way we can adjust how much wire we have, because I don't think we need a whole bunch of wire, at least for the iron. But let's just try this out and see if it works. I'm going to throw like, I don't know if we have iron ore to put in here. Let's see if we have some extra. We do not have any extra. So let's turn this off for a little bit. Accumulate some iron so we can test this machine out. We have a whole bunch of iron. Let's go ahead and test the system. Put that in there. That is coming out the thing. Coming down there, it's not going into this one, so that's good there. It's going to come down this and make it this till we have 5 plates or bars stored up in here, which will be forever because it's going to get pumped out right away down the line here. Bars are coming down here. This should get split evenly between these two machines to make plates. Plates are coming down here, and these should go out here to make wires. Alright, so once we have 5 wires in the storage there, it should cut this off. Again, it's going to continue making them because I pumped a whole bunch of plates in, but it'll at least stop the production. There you go, it turned red down here in the corner. So we cut off production there, so that once this should cut this one off pretty soon, which it just did, which is going to cut this one off. There we go, cut that one off. So the system is working. So let's change these to like, I don't know, like 100. Alright, so next up we just got to replicate this for copper and gold so that we have all copper plates and wire being made. Here's it all set up. Let's go ahead and throw in a whole bunch of copper and gold. Just throw those in there. We have a couple lanes set up so it should transfer them pretty quickly. This is going to take copper over to here, and gold should flow through here, I believe. Gotta wait, gold's coming down the back there. Copper's coming down to here, that's looking good. And there goes gold. So that should be good. Next up we'll get some rods going. They take plates, I believe, and carbon. So we will probably just transfer this whole line. Like right now the asteroids are coming down here, and I just rerouted them into here. This is where everything's coming, so we'll probably put the carbon in here too. And then we'll pull a line of carbon off the front here and put some rod machines down here. And, you know, pull off this line here. This line is plates right here. So we'll pull off this line for plates, grab some carbon from there, and make some rods right here. Okay, for rods we're going to copy the warehouse here. Try to get it lined up. Let's put it there for now. Then we will grab iron plates from here. We'll come down here, stick it on here, go up, go over, come back down, we'll stick it like that. We'll just put a splitter in here. Modify this so that it's 0 forward and 1 to each side. What I have to do is put 2 inventory sensors in, 1 for each material, so that way we're not overproducing. Otherwise this will just suck up all the iron plates. So let's move these over 1. Let's put this here. So let's just do it. 1 here, 1 here. Put down 2 deciders. I don't know if you can do multiple on it. We'll see. Even if we could have 1 decider and have it send multiple pushers. But I don't think you can do that. So that is good. We'll hook those up in a second. But those will basically look at this and decide how many rods are in here and turn these on. So we will do a second line in here. We're going to have to move all this. So that's good there. And now we can grab a belt right here. Come down under here. Put in a splitter. Right here. modify this one. This will be 0 to the right. And then we can grab a pusher here and a pusher here. So these wires interconnect. What I think we can actually do is just delete this one, grab this one, connect it to this, have it look for iron rods. Is that these? I don't think so. Where are iron rods? Iron rods. So we'll have it look at those, and it should send those signals to both of these, I think. So we will set this to less than, I don't know, we'll do 100. And we will connect it to, which one are we on? This one. So we will connect it to, we have to put a pusher in. This will be right here. And we can connect this one. There's titanium rods. We want iron rods. Iron rods. We will connect it to this one. It's good there. And then we'll connect this one over to this one. Same thing, less than 100. Iron rods. So that'll push carbon over to here if this is under 100 iron rods. And same thing with this. Now we can extend this. But like what's going to happen like is if we should put some extra logic on here, because like if we're out of carbon, it's just going to continually pump plates in here. So this assumes that we have both materials coming in. I had a slight change to this. Basically there's a couple different situations. One, we could have only carbon coming down here and no plates. If that happens, we got to make sure we shut these off, because we don't want them sucking up all the carbon. It could take 200-300 carbon, and there's no plates here, so it would think it's still needs to make iron rods, but there's not enough materials. So basically if there's no plates coming in and all carbon's coming in, this one here checks this machine right here, this inventory sensor right here, checks this machine right here, and says if there's less than 6 copper or carbon in here, to turn it on. So that is this one here. It controls this pusher here. If there's more than 6 in here, it turns it off. So that'll prevent the situation if there's no plates coming in and only carbon coming in. These things will be stockpiled, and it'll turn the carbon off because it'll be more than 6. Same thing with the plates. If there's only plates coming in, no carbon, it'll stop this pusher over here, because it'll sense that there's 6 plates in this machine, and it'll shut it off. And then if they're both coming in, it'll be processing, and it'll fill this machine here, and this machine checks to see if there's 100 rods in here. If there's 100 rods in here, it shuts this plate supply off down here, which means there'll be no plates coming in here. All the carbon will be coming still in here, but once these machines hit 6, this will turn the carbon off. So that should prevent us from loading in more than we need of the carbon or the plates. So I think in theory that works. We will test it out here and see. So the first test we can do is we can just turn the plates on and see if it kicks the plates off when these hit 6 without any carbons being supplied. So let's grab a belt. So that's pushing the plates over, because this sensor right here says there's less than 100 rods in here. So it is filling this one up. As soon as these hit 6 in here, it should turn this pusher off. So there we go, it works. So it recognized that there was no carbon in here. These machines were backing up with plates, so it hit more than 6 plates in here, so it turned this pusher off. But this is still on because it doesn't have 100 rods in here. So that's nice now. Now once we supply the carbon, it should fill this up nicely. This machine should kick on. It'll let more iron plates through, and we'll make some rods. I think we're going to switch this to... I think we'll leave it like this. Let's rotate this one. Alright, so now all I gotta do is put some belt down here. This is just filtering carbon out right now. So that's gonna let carbon through. It's gonna take a minute to get down here. A little bit of logic, but it does work out so that these machines, because these can hold infinite amounts of carbon or plates. So if we had one and not the other, it would just suck the whole supply of plates into this machine and they would just sit there. So we got to make sure we do logic so that doesn't happen. So we actually need to, yeah, this is fine. This way we can take carbon down further if we need it. I think we have to power these machines up. So this should be a good example here. This should kick this off. Yeah, it turned carbon off because it recognized there were more than 6 in here because I forgot to power these. Apply some power. Let's set these recipes. Turn off iron bars. We want iron rods. We can just copy this by hitting C and then V over here. And that should kick these back on once there's less than 6 in here, which has just happened now. So kick this on. It's going to kick that on now. So this logic appears to be working. Once it hits 100 in here, it should shut this supply off, which is going to make the carbon back up in here because there'll be more than 6, and it'll shut the carbon off. So this actually also makes it so it doesn't overfill the machines while it's waiting to produce 100. So that's pretty awesome too. We should do that setup over here. It does take an extra logic circuit, but it definitely makes the machines not back up. It appears to be working. It lets a whole bunch through. It stops it once it gets too many in here. Working beautifully. That's going to do it for this episode. Next episode we'll work on probably automating screws and electronic parts. I don't remember what all goes into what after this point, so we'll just have to go with it and see how it goes. It's been a couple years since I've played. But we also have to do something about this guy. We keep depriving him of oxygen and food, so he's not doing well again. But we'll work on him next episode. So that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.